I listened to the Unfiltered podcast, or should I say, I watched the video by Honest Bunch, where they featured Mr. Reno Omokri. Very disturbing video. Disturbing in the sense that a lot of things that Mr. Omokri said in that interview can be considered not entirely true. And also, the entire Honest Bunch crew, including Daddy Freeze, was bullied. Yes, Daddy Freeze included. For clarity purpose, in the event that Mr. Omokri or anyone else for that matter stumbles on this video and may think, oh, who is this Gen Z? If you look closely to my luxury beard, you will notice some gray, lots of gray actually, gray that I have earned. Having said this, Mr. Reno Omokri is very ambitious, I give him that. But everyone needs to also know and understand that Mr. Reno Omokri does not need a script to give an Oscar performance portraying Judas Iscariot in Jesus' movie. He has been living this the past 20, 30 years or so. One begins to wonder if Judas had a child before he hung himself that eventually became Reno Omokri's ancestor. You know what I'm saying? Because Reno has been playing Judas Iscariot perfectly. I decided to do this just to point out a few things that was disturbing in that interview. One, Mr. Omokri said that his sudden shift from Atiku's camp to supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in the interest of Nigeria. Everyone knows, including the unborn babies still in their mother's womb currently, knows that Reno Omokri is one of the most self-centered human beings in the universe. Mr. Reno Omokri does not do anything that is not in the interest of Reno Omokri. So, I really don't care if Reno decides to turn around and give his loyalty to Peter Obi, or continue in Atiku's camp, or even wear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's pyjama to sleep. It's not my business. But he shouldn't come out to tell Nigerians that he did it in the interest of Nigerians. He did it in the interest of Reno Omokri. Number two, Reno Omokri told the whole world in that video that he manipulated the process that made Peter Obi the vice president or vice presidential candidate to Atiku Abubakar in the election they lost to Muhammad Buhari. He said it with his own mouth in that video that there were three candidates vying for that position, but his boss, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, favored Peter Obi. So one will not really know if the other candidates were actually more qualified than Peter Obi, because Reno Omokri had to personally manipulate that process to ensure that Peter Obi gets the nod, or got the nod, as it were. I mean, what's the difference between what Reno Omokri did and what Mahmoud Yakub did? Reno did it in a smaller scale. Mahmoud Yakub did it in a bigger scale. You know what I'm saying? So what moral right does Reno Omokri has now, having said this to the entire world, to talk about credibility? What moral right does Mr. Omokri have to say anything for Nigerians not to question? Number three, please note that this is not really about questioning the performance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu or what any politician has done or what any politician did not do. During the last election, I recall vividly that Chris Oyakilome, the founder of Christ Embassy, made a video related to the election, and Reno Omokri did another video to condemn that act Chris Oyakilome did, and further condemn the denomination Christ Embassy. Guess what? When Reno started, or before he started talking in that particular interview, he called a witness to defend what he was about saying. The witness he called is a pastor from the same denomination he once condemned, Christ Embassy. Now you understand the level of deceit and hypocrisy I'm talking about, and why I said Reno Omokri does only what is in the interest of Reno Omokri. Number four, Reno Omokri said to us that Natasha Akpoti lied against him, and her husband paid him lots of money, that he used the money for vacation to Trinidad and Tobago. It's not my business, really, if she lied against him, whatever conspired between Natasha and Reno Omokri. But one thing we can take away from that statement is that Reno Omokri still has eyes on Natasha. And I'll explain. He said with his own mouth that he saw Natasha Akpoti on the plane and he called Daddy Freeze and told him, I see Natasha, the lady fine, true, but my wife fine pass her. It didn't end there. Months after, maybe years, in that program, the Unfiltered podcast, Reno said he flew first class because he didn't want to see Natasha Akpoti. So he still thinks about Natasha Akpoti. I mean, what's Natasha's husband's name? I think Mr. Uduaga. Dear Mr. Udua, I highly recommend that you get a shirt for your wife that reads "Back off. I'm still in love with my wife." Obviously, a lot of men have eyes on your wife. Some of them live in California. You know where the other ones live. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we all know that two self-centered people can really get along, right? There's another self-centered Nigerian we all know in the person of Malam Nasri El-Rufai. Even Reno confirmed that him and Malam Nasri El-Rufai used to be friends, best of friends, but fell apart. Yes, of course, two self-centered people can get along. People that have just their interests at heart and manipulate people into thinking that what they do is in the interest of others. But the nauseating part of that interview was the part where Reno Omokri was abusing, insulting, bullying the entire Honest Bunch crew, including Daddy Freeze, in the name of he's being blunt. Every crew member in that interview knows it. Reno Omokri knows it. That he can't do that. He won't do that with a mere high school TV host that is a white girl. So it makes me wonder why Nigerians do that. It seemed like when Nigerians, or should I say most Nigerians, perceive that someone with some measure of influence or is super rich, they lose their self-esteem. I mean, the other girl, the one he was calling Gen Z girl, she was literally apologizing to Reno for insulting them. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. You could even see from Daddy Freeze's body language, he was trying to, oh, Reno Omokri, you will not intimidate me. Reno Omokri, you will not intimidate me. But he was practically bullying everybody in the studio. which is also not my business. But it became my business when he took it a step further to insult Nigerians and say Nigerians don't know economics. What Nigerians know, it's about rice. You see, Omokri thinks he's smart and every other Nigerians are stupid. Like I said, I know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a very smart and intelligent person and politician. So, of course, he could see through Reno's deceit. I mean, what business does anybody have as a TV host if they can look Reno Omokri in the face, in the eyes, and ask him questions? The Gen Z girl couldn't even look at Reno's face. President Donald Trump is the most powerful president in the world, if not the most powerful person politically in the world. Have you seen where they interview him? Mere journalist. Ask him question. What's the big deal? Everybody in the studio was just fidgeting and he was abusing them, bullying them. It's nauseating, you know. When Omokri can say whatever he wants to say, but he shouldn't tell Nigerians that his actions, it's in the interest of Nigerians. His action is in the interest of Reno Omokri. Or you can say Reno Judas Omokri, because every Judas action is in the interest of Judas. You know what I'm saying? In addition, Omokri was saying, na dem be Cubana, na dem be Cubana. They lavish funds, money, you know, something like that. The last time I checked, how many Nigerians does Reno Omokri have under his employment, apart from maybe the Christ Embassy pastor he brought to the studio? Obi Cubana has, I'm not certain of the number now, but I know that Obi Cubana has nothing short of 100 Nigerians under his employment, some of them with families. Now you tell me, who is actually impacting the economy positively? You know what I'm saying? Reno Omokri is a politician. He only did what 99% of politicians will do. If you can't beat them, you join them. You know what I'm saying?